Hi everybody, I'm Sinead Kennedy, Health and Wellness Coach. So today I want to show you a really great way to stretch out your hip flexor and your quad without having to be too mobile. So as you can see, I am currently injured, so I have ruptured my Achilles tendon. So I'm having a real issue at the moment with my hip flexors, so they're right in here being very tight, and my quad, because when I'm on my crutches I have to lift the knee and my hip flexor is really catching at the moment, and my quad is carrying the weight of the cast around as well, and it's fighting gravity. So if you're doing a lot of sitting at the moment, if you're working from your desk, hip flexors are shortened and tightened. Hamstrings underneath are also shortened and tightened. So I'm going to give you just a couple of cheats guides to stretching for those of you that, like me, might need to modify. Because sometimes life doesn't go the way you want it to, and you got to find other ways around everything. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to stretch out this hip flexor. Let me just explain to you quickly. Hip flexors come here, they start in your back, they come through your tummy, and they wrap down and they come down and attach into the groin. Now the other thing is that our quad muscles come up, they come into a fine tendon here. There's 3 tendons called a triple attachment, and it comes right over this area as well. So as you can imagine on my crutches, that knee's having to bend up and it's getting me right in here, quad muscles building up nicely. So how are we going to stretch them? We're going to get ourselves a couch or the side of our bed, okay? Move to the edge, make sure that your leg that you want to stretch is still on the couch or bed. This knee, I want you to make sure that the ankle is in underneath the knee. So do you see that there's a straight line there? So try not to have it here or off over here. Okay, melt into it. Okay, so it's just going to take a little moment. All right, now the thing we want to be careful of is loading our back, okay, which is what most people are going to do. They're going to get right up and straight into that back. So we are going to tuck the pelvis under. Do you see that? So there's my butt sticking out. Try and get your butt to disappear. Keep that little tuck under. Okay. If you want to stay up here for a minute, you can do. Just make sure it's not your back, it's your hip. So I'm in my groin. Okay. Now, this isn't so comfortable because this leg is suffering on me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down and I'm going to lie down across my couch. Okay, now I'm still in my hip flexor because what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my pelvis down into the seat of the chair. Now I'm getting a really lovely stretch into that hip flexor. So on my injured leg, my left leg, I'm feeling the stretch here deep into that lovely groin area, and it's really quite nice. So you can relax here. You can use the armrest of your couch. Okay, make sure you're happy. Okay, this leg is also getting a stretch. We're here in the hamstring on this other leg. Okay, so just push the pelvis forward into the chair. All right, now I'm going to take that a little deeper. Now, please remember you're doing this of your own accord. You need to be sensible, and you will never ever hurt yourself intentionally. Okay, so please make sure that you don't do anything stupid. All right, so I'm just going to take my pelvis a little more to the side, so I'm coming towards you. So there's a bit more of my pelvis hanging off the couch. I'm going to move this foot out towards you. So I just went toe heel. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my torso down just that little bit more. Now I'm getting a really lovely stretch here into that hip flexor. Now this may be too deep for you. You got to be careful of these hamstrings. Remember, hamstrings do tear, okay? And as you can see, so do Achilles tendons. so I did a right good job on it. I had surgery, and I'm going to be about 6 weeks in the cast, and then I can get back weight bearing. Okay, so remember, it's no fun when you injure yourself, and things do injure. Okay, so I'm still tucking that pelvis under, and I'm getting this lovely stretch into my groins. Okay, just make sure you're happy. Now, if this hand can't reach the floor, you can just rest it here or put a coffee table here or something like that. Okay, so just help yourself. That's it. And this is a really lovely stretch. I'm in both groins now. And I'm breathing deeply. Okay, so while I'm here, I'm also going to stretch out the quad on my left leg. So where's your quad? This is your quad. You have four is quad, quadruple, 4. Okay, 4 big, thick, powerful muscles, but they're really tight on me at the moment because I'm lugging this cast around. Now, how am I going to stretch them? Oh, there we go. I'm going to curl the heel in towards my booty. Okay, so I'm in the groin, I'm in the quad, and that's enough for me today. Okay, now my quads have got really tight because of this cast. If you want to go a little deeper, bring the heel more in towards your backside, but to be honest, you don't even need to do that. Okay, continue to push the pelvis forward, really connect the pelvis in with the chair. Okay, and my knee is technically behind me, okay, so I'd be an extension in this hip flexor. So when you're walking, your leg goes behind you, okay? So that's technically the position I've brought it in because the pelvis is down and the knee is higher than the pelvis. So it's up in extension. So once again, just breathing deeply. I'm ready to go in a little deeper on that quad. That's it. So remember, just make sure that you're not going to fall off the side of the bed or the couch. Make sure that you're safe. And please don't do anything too crazy. If this is too much, leave it out. I've plenty of other videos on this YouTube channel that you can go back and have a look at for quads. I've loads of yoga for cyclists, for runners. Okay, let's just release it. Okay, now while we're here, I'm going to stretch out this leg a little further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten it out. Okay, now go easy here. Inhale, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, lengthen down. Now I'm hiking the booty upwards. This leg is just out straight. That's it. Now again, go easy on your hamstrings. You'll see people bouncing around. That was very much a 1970s sort of Russian Olympics. You would have seen them doing ballistic stretching back in the 70s, and that was the school of thought back then. Okay, it's not so much the school of thought now. So now we just let the muscles open out in their own time. Breathing deeply. Nice big inhale. Lift up. Hike your butt up. And then as you exhale, lengthening it down. And again, nice big inhale. And exhale. So just back off. Any shaking or shuddering here is not your friend. Okay, remember that hamstrings, every muscle is precious, okay? And you never, ever, ever want to end up like me in a cast. Okay, so I was pushing myself, I was doing boxercise, I was bouncing around on a skipping rope that I haven't done in years. And of course I thought I was 25 again, so it just snapped. And that was that, okay? So you gotta listen to your body. Make sure that you're hydrated. Okay, and again, I am quite bendy in my hamstrings because I don't sit down all day, so I'm just going to go that little deeper into that hammy. And then back off. Okay, so I'm just going to come back up. Okay, I'm going to get closer to the edge here, and I'm just going to curl the heel in. Okay, now, I can't do anything with that, but what I am trying to do, let me turn slightly sideways for you, is tuck the pelvis under. There we go. I have a really nice stretch here. Let me turn this way for you. Okay, so I have this really nice stretch because I'm tucking under, really nice stretch into the quad. I'm bringing the heel in towards my bum. Now this isn't an ideal posture because I'm trying to just show you what I'm doing. And release it. Okay, so obviously you would do the other side. I can't put any weight on this, so I can't. But what I can do to stretch my hamstring on this leg is lie back down on my couch and take the leg up and just gently draw it in here, okay? By having this foot on the floor, curl the heel in. I'm getting a stretch here into this hip flexor and into this quad, okay? So I've just basically reversed it, okay? So you could sit back up and switch ends on the couch, but when you're injured like me, you might have to find an alternative, and then you just lengthen it and I'm bringing this heel up a little closer. I'm letting the knee drop off. Continue to press down into your couch, otherwise the back is going to arch. You're going to really feel it in your back. Push the pelvis under and just hold it here. Give that leg a nice big stretch. That's it. And release it. Okay, good job. So I was able to do both my quads, both my hamstrings on my couch. I was able to work around my injury. So there's, you know, it's really important to get that nice, keep mobile, keep your muscle flow, keep your flexibility, continue to push the blood around your body, and that's how healing occurs, whether you're injured or not, okay? So I hope that gives you some ideas. Please remember to stay safe. Please remember that you're doing this class of your own accord. Please do not injure yourself. All right, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I have plenty more things coming up for you in the near future when I get back on my 2 feet. But for now, I'm just gonna have to modify life. All right, so take care and do stay safe.